Hey, yo, episode 263, Caesar swagging.
263.
Caesar swagged up in the building. Go look on YouTube if you want to see him swag down.
I'm swagged down that Barca drip, dog. I'm on that Barca money. I'm swagged out. You know, we were doing the investigation last week. Someone at Barcelona must have seen it because my Cash App is going crazy right now. So I'm just Barca's can't wait to see them win the Quintero, whatever it is this year.
Look, that Barca money is like when you got money, but like you don't even know.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean it's definitely like getting Shiba coin. Like it's a lot of money there, but it could all be gone tomorrow. So
yeah.
I went to the mall and bought all the fake glasses I could get.
Stole. Finally, we had one person, Julian Nagelsmann, the coach of Bayern, said, "How is Barcelona getting all this getting all these people with no money? What happened?"
Said, "That's really crazy how they lose a bunch of money and they get people." I love how he says that's really crazy.
You know, it's funny. Like just to touch on it a little bit, like I read.
We're coming in with the heat. All right, let's go.
I read Sid Lowe's article about it. I saw what he said, and I've seen what other people are saying. I feel like some of these people are kind of missing the most important point to me, because yeah, you can talk about, oh, they're in so much debt and stuff like that. And you know, a lot of teams run a debt. For me, the biggest thing, they owe players money.
Yeah.
I feel like that's bigger than like, oh, this team has this much debt. Like you can figure that out with all kinds of weird stuff, but they owe players.
Yeah, well, they're giving people like me money. It's not really gonna work out. I'm sorry, Busquets. You're gonna get your check next week, dog. But yeah, I think people a long time ago you had come out with that piece or that article that talked about how all the top teams like basically being in debt. I remember you brought that up before. Or you had brought some.
I feel like
you showed me a long time ago about like how many, and that was a shock to me. That's the first time I heard of that. I mean, it was later on I started to learn about like how it's not really a profitable business owning the club. A lot of it is write-offs. A lot of it is investments that grow other avenues for owners and billionaires, or a lot of it's even flexing, right? You're just flexing money. Like, you get more profits buying a smaller club and bringing them up than you do buying a big club, because there's just so much, going on. And remember the Tottenham one when they sold all those, they transferred all those players, and people were like, "Oh, they're gonna buy me." They bought a couple players, but then they started rebuilding the stadium. Like, there's so much that the money has to go towards, So it's a lot going on.
But you never, but even with that, you never hear of a team owing players.
No, but you didn't hear them say, "Oh yeah, they're building a stadium," but they still owe Non Dembele, 10 million in wages. That didn't happen.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's something that we need to have more. I think especially if you're a club that is owned by people, there needs to be public literacy when it comes to players not being paid, but you're able to acquisition other players for wages that are even more than the players that are getting paid. That seems fishy to me. I'm not saying Barcelona cannot spend money, cannot use their credit card. They can use their credit card all they want, but they should first use that credit card on the people that owe money, then start using their credit card or whatever. Like, it just seems a little iffy, especially like we said before, the club is owned by the people. The club is not owned by a Saudi Arabia acquisition group or the Prince family yet. Or like, or it's not owned by, Jake Paul, it's it's not owned. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on there, but the investigation team is working on it.
Oh yeah, but today, there's not that much going on in football. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I was trying to watch the women's Euros. I was like I'm not really that into it because it's Europe. You know what I mean? Like I didn't really care that much. Like I tried, but I was like, it's Europe.
The only European female team I like watching are Europe and Netherlands. The Netherlands has that little baller girl. She's a baller. I forgot her name.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Mertens, right? Is it Mertens?
Maybe. I kind of like to watch France sometimes, but
France is pretty good.
Yeah, I was just like honestly, even like the men's Euros, like it's just like it's not
I'm condemning you for this. How dare you not use this time to watch your domestic league? I've been watching domestic league action.
Oh, MLS?
I've been watching. I'm on my fourth MLS game, dog.
The whole game?
Fourth game. I'm on my fourth game.
Whole game?
I've been watching full games. Am I awake the whole time? No. But am I watching 4 games? Yes, I watched Houston play. I just watched Portland Timbers versus Vancouver. I watched Gareth Bale's debut. Man, rough out here for you, dog. But I'm watching them.
Yeah, I can't do it. I watched some friendlies.
I'm not watching a friendly.
I watched Benfica versus Nice.
The only friendly I watch is ICC. That's the only one I watch.
But yeah, it's rough out here. There's not that much to talk about today for real. But we do got a few things I do want to talk about. We're going to talk about some transfers and some rumors, and we're going to talk about Caesar's #1 African player of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos de Muiz.
Da Silva Edmundo Rodrigues.
Yes, Rodrigues.
Rodrigues.
So, Caesar, let's get into it. They're talking about, I seen an article on goal.com. They're saying, how come no big teams want Ronaldo? Caesar, what's going on with him? Is it over, or is he going to stay at Man U? Where is he going, or is he going to retire? Because nobody wants him, allegedly.
I don't think nobody wants him. I think we need to understand that, this is like, it's you can't just, first of all, 2 things. Ronaldo's not someone that's saying, hey, I'm going to come to your club and I'll just take whatever wage. Like, he has a wage demand. You have to pay a lot for him because he gives you a lot of return. Like, he has a value when it comes to coming to your team. So he has a certain wages that he commands, which I'm all valuable. I'm not out here I'm pro labor. Please pay this man every penny, because Man U got him and they paid a lot for him and they received a lot of money as well. A lot of them jerseys sold out instantly. So he gets a lot back. I think that the teams that are all basically, I'm like, there were already people in those positions. Like, why are these rumors being there? Like, the teams that are the rumors, I'm like, there's already people there. Like, what are we talking about? Where are you going to play him? I think the only one that really made sense to me is the Chelsea one. Just because, they don't have Lukaku anymore, at least for the year. And they have a team full of it's kind of like, reminds me of the older Man City team where it's like a million wingers and midfielders.
Yeah.
Who's that guy? And the guy who's going to take that ball, we used to say, like, Man City, they don't have a guy who's going to turn the ball and just crank it. And they do. Man City has that now. And now they would have that with Ronaldo. That one makes sense to me, and they have the money for it because they're just able to acquisition everybody, apparently. Bam, every time there's a rumor, Bam says Chelsea's probably going to scoop on him. But now it's actually low, because Bam said now that's actually Barcelona. If it's someone that's going to get in the team, it's Barcelona is going to scoop them.
Chelsea's going to get Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, I think Ronaldo thinks he has at least 1 or 2 runs left of Champions League. I think that's the feeling I have. I think in his mind, he thinks he has 2 more big runs at Champions League. He doesn't want to do a Europa League thing right now because he's like, I know I can at least win 1 or 2 more Champions Leagues. And I don't doubt he can. I think physically he can do it.
Yeah, he could on a good team.
The right team. Yeah. Not Juve. So
what do you think's going to happen? Like, where do you see him going?
I would hope it's Chelsea.
It doesn't seem like that's going to happen, dog.
I don't, but that's the only one I can see. Or back to Man U.
Yeah.
Because he's still a player on the team. He can't just it's not like he can just not play. Like, he has to play. So I don't know. That's the only thing I'm really seeing. I think the Atletico thing is mad fake. I don't want to hear that.
No, I don't see that either.
Atletico Madrid is just depressed because their life sucks. And that team sucks.
It's really whack because I feel like they're just dogging him out like he was a bum last season.
This was the perfect chance for them to do that. And I'm like, that's funny because he was 3rd in EPL. But all right.
3rd in EPL. Actually, to be honest, he's 2nd in scoring.
He was tied with 3 people for 2nd place.
Well, no, because Salah and Son had 23. He had 18. And then Harry Kane had 17.
Yeah.
So
he scored more goals than Harry Kane last year. Just say that.
Yeah, he's 3rd in EPL in scoring. And it wasn't a high tally, obviously, but 23 winning the Pichichi there is not a high tally either.
Goals than Harry Kane. Is Harry Kane washed?
Yeah.
Ask him if Harry Kane is washed.
Yeah, seriously. It's just like
I don't know. They always had an excuse. Oh, well, it's about the type of goals. That's not a thing. That's not a thing, dog. The only thing you can ever say about a type of goal is being like, oh, well, yeah, they scored a lot of goals, but the team just had It would take them 800. They would just tap it in whatever, or their long shots. I'm like, yeah, well, that's just lucky. That's different. That's not the situation. Ronaldo scored a bunch of game winners, late game winners, like that got them point. He's got them multiple points on goals. He scored with the left foot. He's with the header. He does it all. So I don't want to hear this. It's not like we've seen Ronaldo score and it's like literally, well, he scored 15 goals and 14 were all just PKs all year. That's not the situation was. He wasn't just like a spot dude, which they like to make it seem like. Those 2 game winners he did, those were not PKs, my friend.
No, they weren't.
those were in the 90th minute, the end of the game goal. So not nice try.
I saw him at the end of the match running down players against Atalanta. So I don't know. It's just really unfortunate that they're like, acting like he sucks now after being the best player on a bad team. Now, Man U was pretty rough, but like he was their best player by far, and to act like he's the one that made it not work, it's like that's ridiculous. Like their midfield was trash. But Caesar, I do have a question for you though. There's 2 big players right now. The Ronaldo thing is kind of taken up. This player was actually getting the like, where's he gonna go stuff, even though he's on a team initially, but now Ronaldo's taking it. But who would you rather have right now between these 2 players that seem to be kind of wantaways? Neymar over Ronaldo. Who would you rather have right now?
Who would I rather have right now, Neymar or Ronaldo?
It's 2 players that seem to be almost kind of getting pushed out by their teams, seems like.
Long-term or short-term wise?
Just for next season.
I'm going to go Ronaldo still. I don't have anything against Neymar, dog. I really don't.
No, I know.
I really don't. I don't have anything against Neymar, but I'm gonna take my glasses off for this. I feel like I'm losing my citizenship saying this. Ronaldo gives me someone that is like, it's like you get like a veteran, you get a leader, you get a proven goal scorer. And I'm not saying Neymar isn't, but that he's more Ronaldo's more attributable to a successful addition to a team than Neymar is. Neymar hasn't proven yet that him as an addition to the team is going to be a Champions League success. I haven't seen that yet. He's had a lot of years at PSG now, and he's in a big addition. Even on the year he finally got to play, they lost, so he hasn't had the opportunity, and he hasn't shown it on the Brazil team. When they won Copa America, he wasn't even there for that. So it's like, I don't know. Ronaldo has shown that not only he went on a national team, but international team. I just think that he'd be a better addition to fit it into a scheme offensively than Neymar. It would require, I'd have to move more pieces to make the Neymar thing work. And with Ronaldo, I feel like I could have a team and I could just adjust that team I have already and make it work with having a Ronaldo, which is like a big difference logistically for sure.
Caesar, Ronaldo scored 6 goals in 7 matches in Champions League last season. He ended the season with 24 goals in 38 matches total. That's a really good season.
That's a fantastic season. And they didn't even do that good in Champions League.
No, they were out. In the round of 16, they were out.
Yeah.
So, like, come on, dude. I don't know. Like, obviously, like, I think what it is, part of it is that, I mean, we talked about it before, and I don't want to take too long with it. And honestly, I agree with you. I'd rather have Ronaldo.
That's a good question, though.
I think Ronaldo showed up to Man U last season and was like, what is going on here? Like, what are you guys doing in training? Like, he probably was like, oh, okay, like, I'm going to go there with Rashford. Like, he's a good player, and Sancho and my boy Bruno. And I'm sure he's seen Bruno. He knows Bruno's a good player. They got, I mean, that's pretty much it. But, like, he's really like, they got Varane there, you know what I mean? It's going to be exciting. He probably got to practice, like, what do you guys even do here? Like, and he probably was very critical of it. And somebody like Rashford, who seems like kind of a big baby, probably was like crying to the management, like, he's putting a lot of pressure on us. He's really good and he's making us look bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see where he ends up next season. I do think the narrative is really unfortunate, and I almost want to do an investigation into why Ronaldo gets so much bad press. I don't know how I would do that, but we'll see.
This is African.
Exactly. Caesar, let's get into these transfers. Shortest episode ever. Caesar, one of your favorite players out of the great nation of Argentina. Paulo, cry when you get the red card, Dybala. Caesar, he has gone to Roma on a free transfer. Over there with Jose Mourinho.
That sucks because I think that Italian kid Zaniolo is way better than him. But go off. This is something only Jose Mourinho dumbhead would do. You would get somebody on the team that I don't really think is really gonna. I don't think it's gonna fit well. I don't think it's gonna work. I think that Roma, kind of had a cool thing going. I think it's about keeping that gel. And I would always think about if I have like an attack already, if I have a team and I have like young talent, like Zaniolo plays like a striker up top for them with Tammy. I would like to keep guys like that going and building together, giving them multiple seasons like Lautaro and Lukaku. Like just give them time to work together, keep grinding. I think adding a player like Dybala is like, it's almost, I don't know. I just doesn't feel like, I was like, that's so weak. Like, especially just staying in Italy, like that's so lame to me. The guy's only played in Italy basically his whole life. They're so lame. I wanted to see him at like Brighton or somewhere,
Caesar, you know what's gonna happen, dog. Mourinho's gonna bench him, dude. He's gonna bench him and start talking shit, dog. Mourinho's a monster. Like
he's a horrible player for Jose Mourinho. Like Jose Mourinho hates those kind of guys.
He's gonna literally play like one bad game. Mourinho's gonna bench him, and they're gonna ask him, and he's gonna be like, "Yeah, he's not performing," and he's just gonna clown him and dog him out.
What are we seeing with this man? Jose Mourinho does everything you pay for the first year. It's like great. As soon as he starts getting his feet real comfortable, as soon as he takes his shoes off, he starts walking around the crib in socks. He just turns into the demon he is, dog. He really just cannot go. He has to go full demon mode. First year of Chelsea was, just stunning year. Like they were incredible. Second year it was like the ex-wife move back in. It was just horrific.
There to blow it up, dog. That's what he does.
Blew the spot up. He was screaming at reporters, pretending to throw hands. I was like, what is this? This is insanely unprofessional, dog.
I mean, look at Dybala. Dybala there at Juve. Ronaldo's gone. 15 goals in 39 matches. Ronaldo at Man U, who's like bad. 38 matches, 24 goals. Like, what are we talking about?
Dybala's 30, 29 years old, and they're still talking about him being the guy.
I see Matteo Bonetti saying, like, oh, he's a world-class talent on his day. Like,
how?
No, dude.
No, he's not.
I'm like, Bonetti,
no, he's
dude.
Not.
I'm like, Bonetti, he's not Italian, dude. Like, you don't have to ride him like this, dog. Like, you're just holding him because you act like he's Italian, dude. Like, he's regular, dude. He's regular schmegular.
I'm like, I'm over here. I'm over here backing up the Italians. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm gonna bring up this Argentina, and you're just gonna bench Zaniolo, an Italian national team young player, young baller out here? Come on, dog. Like, I think that's wrong. Like, that's not right. Like, I think that, like, I'm like, if you have a great year and up top your guy has 20 plus goals, Tammy Abraham, you have Zaniolo next to him who likes to play that cam role / striker. You have a good setup. You had Cliver you loaned in. You had some players on there. Dybala's the addition. What is that? I don't really understand.
Well, I think Mourinho wants to blow him up. That's what he wants to do. He wants to just like ruin his life.
Yeah, I can absolutely see Mourinho getting off on that.
Yeah. Another big transfer, just astounding to me. Matthias de Ligt to Bayern, 70+ million euros. Oh my God. He's 22. I was like, geez. This is
I think that's a great signing personally.
Like for Bayern?
Mm-hmm. I think it's a fantastic signing. I thought it was a good move.
For 70 million?
Absolutely.
I think you're trolling right now.
I'm not trolling. I think he's a crazy talent. I on this show 3 years ago said that he is the most talented player on that team.
Ligt is the center back.
He was
dude.
18 and the captain of Ajax when they beat like 4 people in Champions League run.
You're talking
He
about
went to Juve. That team is garbage sauce, and he's out there still doing some defensive stats. He's still doing his thing. He's a big body. He's good at tackling. I think it's a good signing. They got rid of Soul Man or whatever, or De La Soul. He moved over to BVB, so they have a spot there. Trick off some money, dog. Whatever, man. They want to give players a fair skin, a lot of money. They can do that. People like Sadio Mane get 30 million. He gets 70 million. I get it. You know, it's a fair skin.
Okay, honestly, like
Ligt is a good player. There's no disrespect. Ligt is a very, very good player.
I don't know about very, very good.
Bam was tweeting wild on We Made It Podcast Twitter account, going, "Whoa, what the hell?" or tripping, whatever he was doing on Twitter.
Are they drunk?
And I was I was saying they're on drugs or whatever, and I was like, "That's a good move."
Caesar, okay,
I think it's good.
I'm gonna be honest with you. There's no center back worth a transfer of 70 million. There's no center back that good.
Really? I don't think that.
70 million?
Yeah, I don't know why all the money has to go to strikers for you.
No. It's not about the money going to it's just saying, I don't think there's any center back that's worth 70 million. Like, a center back is only as good as like the midfield in front of them. Really? Like,
okay, but there's a big difference between non-talented center backs and there's a difference between Matt Miazga and Militao, which is probably a $70 million difference, to be honest.
Okay, but Caesar, also De Ligt is not like that, dude. He's not like some dude that's like switch and play and doing these amazing passes. He's not like that, dude.
Sam, how about you tell this group here on the show how many Juventus matches you watched last
Okay,
week?
Caesar, I've seen De Ligt.
How many Juventus matches did you watch in 2022 season?
Caesar, I watched De Ligt specifically play last season at least 4 times.
That's cap. You're a capper.
At least 4 times. At least 4 times. Okay. Wait. Okay, wait. It might have been the last 2 seasons.
4 Juventus matches? That's insane.
Caesar. It might have been the last 2 seasons.
Okay. 4 and 2 years.
Yeah, that's all I need.
You need.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
30. He's not 29 like Van Dyke. He's a fucking
doesn't matter.
Baby.
He's regular, dude. He's not amazing like that. He's better than Maguire.
He's a really good player.
No, he's not. He's a good player. He's a good player, but he's not really good.
Deadass, he would be really dope starting alongside Militao and Real Madrid.
Caesar, okay, this is the thing though. Like, Militao isn't just good because he's a good defender. Like, we saw Militao
things offensively too.
Yeah, Militao developed to being able to send in amazing passes from a far distance. That's what separates a good center back for me. Like, when we saw
switch play on a pass.
Caesar, you never seen him do that. You never seen him
do this.
Caesar, you're lying.
I've watched him.
You've never seen him switch play. Juve doesn't do that. In Italy, they don't switch play, dude. They play like all in the middle of the park, dude. Like, they don't even move, dog.
Man was talking about 2019.
No, dude, they don't even move, dude. Nobody switches play, dog. You swear.
My man said I saw him 4 times in 3 years.
In 2 years. Okay, Caesar, another center back. Your boy, major monkey chant receiver, Koulibaly, to Chelsea. Wow. 33 million pounds compared to
31.
Huh?
He's also 31 years old or 32.
Caesar, come on, dog. You think
Koulibaly's older. He's not a young spry cat anymore.
Yeah, but he's probably got more years than De Ligt does.
What does that mean? No, he does not.
De Ligt sucks. No, I'm joking.
What the hell? Just say you can see you think he sucks. It's fine.
Okay, but yeah, anyway, Koulibaly to Chelsea.
Okay.
What do you think about that one?
That's a great signing. Koulibaly, I mean, if you're going to get rid of Rudiger, Koulibaly's a phenomenal guy to take that place. Not only that, because he's also a leader. He's an enforcer. He's great on the ball, real smooth with the passes. For like not being like the most like, laterally gifted guy. He has like side to side, like he's good, like top speed. Like when he gets going, he has a good long strides and that, but he's not like most agile, athletic, the center back. He's real slick with his movement and positioning. I think that the best defenders have great awareness of where to position themselves. Koulibaly is good at that. He's always in the right spot. He's a reason why, like, a team like Napoli can be absolute trash and no one else, but they're still in the game because they have a guy like Koulibaly out there who's just gonna keep giving them opportunities to get it going again offensively. He's a great defender.
Yeah, I don't know like who else Chelsea got in the at center back because they got rid of Christensen too. And I want to just mention this. I haven't seen anybody talk about how much bad business it is for Chelsea to let two of their center backs go, one to Real Madrid and one to Barcelona. I don't care what you think about Christensen. The fact that he's at Barcelona means you could have got some money for him.
No,
So, like,
no. I thought that they couldn't. I thought that they agreed to that deal during their sanction.
I don't know, but
remember they had Russia sanctions because their owner was Roman, and then so they had when they let some players walk, it's because they weren't allowed to take any income from offloading players. Well, they were sanctioned by FIFA because of Roman's ties with Putin at the time.
Well, he sold the team, so I mean,
no, I know he did not. But I know that thing was it was a weird situation. They were talking about Rudiger and Christensen like literally like in the winter when this stuff was going on. This is like old news that we're just waiting to get confirmed. But I agree with you. I think also not just that. I think like just team synergy wise, it's a little iffy to lose both your CBs at the same time.
And I don't know if Christensen will really start like that, but you're going into the season with Thiago Silva and Koulibaly.
That's not bad. I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad too much at it either. Thiago Silva is going to be 37, I think, though.
I don't care.
I don't care for real either. Like it's soccer. It's easy.
Yeah.
Caesar.
Yeah. What are we doing here?
Yeah. I was timing how much center backs be running during the match. It's like literally, I think in 90 minutes, total they run like 2 minutes.
If everything's going crazy up top, they're literally just at the half line.
Like literally Van Dijk never runs full speed the whole match. Like,
you know what? Can we give you credit for the Van Dijk thing? God damn, because oh my God, like every time I'm watching him, it's like I see a little bit more of the deterioration. Like, like it's like he's eroding a little bit. It's like, oh, it's still a dope statue, but oh, it's kind of
Caesar. You know what it is?
It's kind of eroding over there a little bit.
Caesar, you know what it is, and I hate to say this because of you, but he's just too tall. It's just
no, and I'm not even disagreeing with that. I think that when you're a tall player, there's a shelf life,
especially in soccer, dude. It's tough,
especially really dependent on the position too. And I think it takes a very unique build for a tall player to have longevity. Like, and the reason that say that because there's very good tall players, but
there's a few.
There's a reason why it's a few and not a consistent amount because it's demanding on the body. It's like it's hard to like when that what you were putting the torque you put on your body when you're tall in your teens. It's gonna be way too much in the later years. And why people that are like freaks of nature, like Zlatan, are very rare and far in between. A player I think about you like that might work out. Like Isak is a very tall player, but he's very thin. Like he's young, he's thin. He doesn't have a big frame. Like, but Van Dijk guys have a bigger frame. It's like, ooh, time is, it becomes iffy. It becomes very iffy.
Speaking of time, okay, another transfer. This is really annoying and whack. I'm just like mad at this dude. Bernardeschi went to Toronto FC on a free transfer. I'm mad about that.
I'm not mad about that.
Here you go.
I'm not mad at this for one reason.
Okay, do you feel like he gave up though?
Absolutely. What the hell? He called it in.
Mailed it in.
This is what he said. He looked at the table. He's like, "Oh, we can send you to Torino, or you can go to Canada." And he said, I saw Drake at a game. I could be in the sixth with my woes. Honestly, Nevermind came out, and he's in a mirror doing this now. The video, the meme or whatever. That's what Drake's doing. It's like the video was like Drake fans used to be like jumping like this, and now they're like in a mirror doing this to house music.
I didn't see that. That's hilarious though.
So he's like, I like honestly Nevermind. And my boys out there in Signe, Italian players love pranking each other all the time and being ratchet.
True.
Why not, dog? Maybe he gets to bring his kids out there, has a good life, out in big Canada. Why not, dog? I think it'll be a good time. I think that him and Signe are gonna just That's kind of unfair. Like I watch MLS, and the one thing you need to have a successful team is have really good wingers. And you have some good wingers, it just they tear the horrific defenses apart. Atlanta United has these baller. When I walk out, all the people they do the interviews, like only 3 people speak English. It's like everybody speaking Spanish. These foreign players, I'm like, they're all ballers from Argentina that they got for like 2 million. These guys are way too good. So yeah, they're gonna be really good. Berna's gonna be dope. Insigne is gonna be, having a great time out there. It kind of sounds like when your homie calls you up, like, hey dog, listen to me. I'm gonna go to Canada. Come through with me, dog. What are you gonna win? It's over. What are you gonna go? You want to go play in Parma? What do you want to go play, dog? Come on. You want to play? Oh, did Brighton call you? Come on. I'm like, Canada? All right. Go to OVO Fest.
Yeah, I was just like, damn, dog, you gave up. But you gave up.
But hey, he's like, what, 29? That's all good, big dog.
Yeah, he's 28.
He did the damn thing. He's a certified ball. I love Bernardeschi. Yeah. Such a good player, man. That's one of the few lefties in the world I really enjoy watching.
He would have done better if he didn't grow up in Italy.
Honestly, if Bernardeschi played some years in Spain, he would have got lethal. Like,
yeah, I could at a younger age.
No, and it's funny. I could have seen him even today playing at like a Sevilla. I think he'd be really good at a team like that. Like
Valencia.
Sevilla, I'm like, if Suso can get off at Sevilla, absolutely Bernardeschi could go off. Valencia would have been dope. Like, there's some cool Spanish teams he could have been at, but I think he's just too Italian for that. It's just too much, dog. Italians are just they're way too much.
They're just staying at home, dude. They're staying home.
He's trying to just call it. I'm good, big dog. There's a big Italian population in Toronto too. You might have a good time out there.
There is. Okay, Caesar. One rumor before we go. The only rumor that matters that I've seen so far, because I haven't seen anything about Isco yet. Mm-hmm. The legend.
We're waiting, dog.
We're waiting. The legend. Maybe this player might go here. Maybe Isco might go here with this player. The best center forward ever in the history of football ever, Edison Cavani. They're talking about the GOAT King Master Demon Time.
Colorado Rapids
might go to Villarreal.
Ooh, that'd be really dangerous. I don't want that. No. That's too good. No. Can they do a 4-4-2? With him and Falcao, please, just for me to have a good time.
That's not gonna happen, dog.
Come on, dog. Let me just have it. Let me just have some fun.
I don't really like that, actually.
I want to have a good time.
I don't really necessarily want to see that.
I want to have a good time. I want to watch them bottom table with Cavani and Falcao up top.
They will definitely be bottom table.
No, they wouldn't go bottom table.
But I'm not surprised by that, because Villarreal is like a really small city. And I would imagine it's like surrounded by like trees and stuff. He'd be wanting to live out in the forest and all that. So that's perfect for him.
I think that'd be a really dope move, and it's a passionate city. He's gonna be a god over there, so it'll be cool.
And hopefully Isco might join him.
Isco Villarreal will be gangster. Okay, these are getting too. I don't like all these good moves in Villarreal. They're like in Europa League contention, right?
I feel like a good question. They might be.
Was last year the year? The year they did bad.
It was last year they did bad, because they were doing good in Champions League, but then they ended up doing bad in the league. I think they were like
punished.
Yeah,
they can't get a qualifier for going that deep. Goddamn. They made it to like semifinals or some shit, right?
Yeah, they played Liverpool and they scored a couple goals too.
They should get like a qualifier position. You made it all the way to semis.
That'd be nice.
You gonna let some dumb team in like the Austria get in over? You gonna let Rapid Wien get in over Villarreal? Let them play each other for a qualifier. Come on now,
Caesar. Don't ever look at like the teams that are playing in UEFA Conference League qualifiers.
What is like Armenian teams?
No, Caesar. It's like I think they're coming from like Asgard.
How far? They should have a line where you don't get to cross in Europe.
Okay, like, actually,
if you're more east than this, you can't be in the Europa League.
Villarreal is in Europa Conference League qualifiers.
Hell yeah, let's go!
But they're not playing yet.
Just know, this is the official Conference League podcast. We go in on Conference League.
Well,
when Marseille was there,
depending on who's in there,
is Marseille in there again?
No, they're in Champions League.
Oh, that's even better, dog. Let's
Yeah,
go.
they're in Champions League. But yeah, we made a podcast, episode 263.
Marseille signed that striker from Mallorca. He's a baller. Not Mallorca, Getafe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they signed the other Luis Suarez. He's a little baller. He's pretty good.
Oh, they got him. Okay, yeah. And they got
him.
They also got a right back finally, so I don't have to put Rongier there.
Yeah, no, Luis Suarez, he's a pretty good player.
Yeah, no, he scored a lot of goals. But anyway, we made a podcast, episode 263. Still haven't missed a week in 5 years plus. The realist. Caesar get that Barcelona money.
Yeah, when next time you guys come and make the whole crib black wallpaper and gold lining, just because Barcelona just throwing checks out here. I might wear a Spotify shirt next time.
You feel me? Hallelujah.